Okay, good afternoon, class. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Full screen visible to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So welcome to first lecture. Basically, this lecture we will try to just introduce. I am Dr. Somnath Thigre, working as associate professor, and since last almost 3 months, I'm working as a head for computer science and engineering department. As far as your class is considered, I will be responsible for an subject. I will not call this only as a subject. The title is as a software engineering, but this is not only the subject. This will be an entire scenario which you are going to proceed since from this to your career part or your career perspective. So basically, when you enter to the field of an IT, what the different roles you are going to play. So for example, maybe as an analyst role, maybe as a tester role, or maybe as a designer's role, or maybe as a pure development role, we call simply as a coding part. So what else the things are available, how this scenario is going to take place, these are all the parts we will try to understand within a title called as a software engineering. So I will handle this subject. My contact details I'm sharing. So any movement, anytime you can contact me, not only regarding this subject, but being as a department head, I'm just giving rights to you just to get call to me at any moments whenever you feel. Now coming to the points, as far as the subject part is considered, but as part of our traditions, we need to just focus on the very basic scenarios. That is, we need to start our entire interaction with simple our vision and mission policy. My camera is on. Are you comfortable with this, or should I make it off? Yes.
It's okay, sir. No
Okay.
issue.
So let's start with our institute vision. So very first question come in the mind, what is vision? And second, we will focus on this part called as what mission. So can anyone tell me what is the difference, or why there is, we need to have these two concepts or the two things, one as a vision and one as a mission. So what you understand by the term vision, then we will define by in terminologies with institute and with respect to department. Anyone can?
Vision is what we are aspiring for, and mission is a way to achieve it.
Very good, very good, very good, very good. So in more simple way, what you want to become, that is what I'm calling as a vision. For example, at this moment, my vision being as a student, my vision is to complete a degree. Which complete a degree? BTech computer science and engineering is what one of my vision. Now to complete your vision, what you are following, that is what your mission. So to achieve your target, so vision is nothing but what you want to do. So you are just setting your target, and mission is what the way you will follow to achieve your target. We will simply call this as a mission. So what is institute vision? So it's a very simple, to be nationally recognized one among the best institute in India for excellence in technical education is what our institutes very. College of Engineering Pandharpur has a very simple vision, and which is to be nationally recognized among the best institute in India for excellence in technical education. So this is what institute. When I come to my department as being as a computer science and engineering, what is the simple vision I can say there? The vision is to be nationally recognized for excellence in education, and now focusing as a part of a department on a terminology called as what augmented by research in the field of computer science and engineering. So what is meaning of this augmented? Anyone? So that you will be clear what we want to achieve. one thing, dear student friends, I want the entire session, whatever the sessions we will try to interact. So entire session I'm looking to be as an interactive session, no monotonous session that only one person will speak and rest are going to listen. I don't want such a sessions. I'm looking for more and more interactive sessions. So may be wrong, your answer may be wrong, but absolutely doesn't matter at this moment. What matter is whether you, how much attentive you are and how you are going to achieve. So try to be an interactive. So I will simply say that it is to be mapping with institute vision, because it may not be the case that institute vision and department vision are different. We are mapping with institute vision and saying that being from a specialized branch called as a computer science and engineering, we will try to focus on augmented parts, that is maybe virtual reality, or maybe as a part of artificial intelligence, or maybe part as an data science, or maybe part as an IoT. So whatever there is in the real world scenarios and into the virtual scenario, we will try to collaborate it in the field of computer science and engineering. This is what the department vision is. This part is clear. So what we want to achieve, we will simply call it as a vision part. Now moving to the next part, that is I'm calling simply as a vision mission part. So what is mission statement with respect to institute? It's a to impart value-added technical education through ambience of academic excellence, research, and life skills by inculcating personal touch and respect in relationship amongst the stakeholders. So this is what the mission means. How we are going to achieve the vision? We are going to achieve the vision with respect to all stakeholder. Now, what is stakeholder? Stakeholders means everything who is directly or indirectly associated with the SWERI. So we will call them as a stakeholder. So who comes as a part of a stakeholder? So the students first, then all teaching, non-teaching staff, then management of the institute, and whoever is guiding us, maybe part of AICT, or maybe part of our Solapur University Solapur committee, or maybe part of a director of technical education. So all this becomes as a stakeholders. So having good relationship with all the stakeholders, and not only focusing technical education, but along with the technical education, we want to have an research, what we can say, research culture. Also, we want to have a good life skills. That life skills maybe as a part of us being as a technical plus managerial skills. So that all the parts we want to inculcate so that we can able to achieve whatever we want to. So that is what the institute mission. Now, similar to that, with respect to institute mission, department mission is again the same. It is to impart value-added technical and applied research-oriented education by inculcating life skill-oriented to industries with emphasis on human values. So the most important part as a part of a department mission, we are focusing on human values. See, meaning is again same with the institute mission, but only the few things what we change, but again it is 90% mapping with institute mission, and it is what we are saying. We are focusing on human values. Human values means which are necessary to being as a human to live, whatever the important parts. What important comes as a, so being as a technical institute, technical skills must be there. Apart from technical educations, we must be as a good managerial level. So management skills also important. And to whatever the skills we want to achieve that skills, we need to take a proper strategy to achieve it. And to achieve it, not only we want to what we can say, stop what I have achieved. I want to have addition into that, and to do to achieve that additional parts, I need to be consistently keep updating and upgrading. So that is what the important part we can focus as a department mission. Are you clear with this? I have just focused on the two parts. The first as a vision, institute vision, department vision. Then I have focused on institute mission and department mission. So it should be mapping, because we all, and what we can say, Definitely we are the part of the institute, but when we running as a separate department, we need to focus on our or similar to this, I can say that institute department, similarly to that, each one of us should have his own or her vision and mission. What I want to become as a part of a vision, and to achieve my vision, how I'm going to proceed, that becomes as a mission. So each one of us should have our vision and mission. So maybe you are aware that, well, or you might have seen the different resumes or the curriculum V8s. So in the first line, after giving some basic information, we write our objective. So that objective is nothing but what is a part of a vision and mission. Who are you and who want to, or what you have achieved and what you want to achieve. So these all parts combined, we are writing simply as a part of a objective part. Is this clear? Why there is need to focus this? So we need to achieve what my institute is looking for, and what my institute, how my institute is going to get progress. Similar to that, what is my department and how my department is going to get progress, so that I can put myself in the same line, so that I can be updated and upgraded just with the department, institute, vision and mission policies. I hope you all are clear with this. Any doubts so far? Now coming to the next point, I can simply focus is on institutional program educational objectives. I'm simply calling is as a PEO, that is program educational objectives. So we'll simply focus is in the part of a four strategies. The one is apply the computer science domain specific knowledge skills in the growing software related industries. Second is demonstrate leadership, professional ethics, project management and finance related attributes as an employees or as an employer. Third is engage in the lifelong learning for professional advancement to develop innovative solutions. Sorry, to develop innovative solutions for individual or societal problems. And fourth one is demonstrate strong communication skill and ability to function effectively as an individual and part of a team. So this is program educational objectives. So I'm considering whatever you are doing your BTech, so that will be considered as one simple program, and outcome of this program or objective, entire objective of this program is what we are saying as a PEOs, that is program educational objective. So first is we should able to learn what we have doing as a part of a first year, second year, third year and final year. And not only learn, we should able to, after learning, we should able to understand it. And once we understood it, we can able to apply that skills into our regular day-to-day life. For example, if I take simple example of suppose if I go with my favorite subject, mathematical parts. So I just studied the Laplace transformation. This is the point what I have studied, and I want to apply the Laplace transformation into my day-to-day life. For example, I'm driving a car. So the car, the first part of the car where engine is placed, covered by an part we call as a bonnet. So that size of a bonnet or the design which that bonnet is having, sometimes we see we cannot able to see the lower part sides, whatever there is in front of being as a driver, what is there. Sometimes we cannot able to adjust if there is a disturbance on the road or not. So we just need to be so much alert. But if I able to apply the Laplace transformation theorems into the designing of that bonnet or my sitting arrangement, chair arrangement, being as a driver, so that I can able to see the smallest thing available on the road, which will save a life of the driver, not only life of the driver, but the entire car and the person sitting in the car. So such type of things I should able to understand. Once first I need to learn it, then I can able to understand, and once my understanding is done, I can easily apply into my day-to-day life. So that is what the first part. Second is not only technical part, whatever I did, also along with the technical part, I must be equivalent to leadership skills. Means I can say professional ethics, then whatever the responsibility assigned or you are taking as a responsibility should able to manage that responsibility. So second part we are focusing on is a management perspectives. Third part, once you have graduated or once maybe a post graduations, never stop yourself with that restrictions. Try to keep continuous updated and upgraded. So engage in the lifelong learning for professional advancement to develop innovative solutions for individual or societal problems. So suppose you got the solution, you are working on that solutions, you achieved the solution, but don't stop. Try to go for an optimal solution. So whatever the optimal solutions you are trying to achieve, try to continue with that process called as what? Engage in the lifelong learning for professional advancement. So keep yourself updated and upgraded day to day. And fourth one, very important one again, demonstrate strong communication skills and ability to function effectively as an individual and part of a team. So I must be able to cope up with as an individual performer also as well as my team performers. So if I take example of any cricketers, maybe a good batsman, when it comes as a turn, when we as a part of a team, when he's playing, he's doing a very good batting, what we can say, batting, performs a good runs. But when come part of as a fielding side, he cannot able to control the balls. He's giving so much runs. Will you accept such players? Definitely not. So each one is looking for an all-rounder performance. So that all-rounder performance is nothing but these four steps, I can say simply as a program educational objectives. Next, again, going to that the different skills that we must able to being as a student or not only student, being as a professional, we need to understand the different skills or the different patterns which we need to understand while we are performing or while we are playing the different roles. So being as a student for which are looking for the graduating from the computer science and engineering will demonstrate the program outcome. So being as an what we can say, suppose I ask you, you have completed second year SY. Now, what is the outcome of that SY? So you can simply say that, so I have achieved a 10 out of 10. I achieved more than 9 pointers. So that is nothing but your outcomes. Whatever efforts you have taken in the second year, that becomes as an outcomes. So your marks at this moment, I can say that your marks. But to achieve your mark, it was related to different factors. Your daily attendance, your entire involvement in the class, how much attentive you were, along with academic, what curriculum, co-curriculum, and extra co-curriculum part you have done. These all points will be taken into the consideration for calculating the outcomes of your particular class. So similar to that, when we are talking about achieving the degree, that is what BTech degree or any graduation parts, so which are the things we need to take into the consideration? So the first part is what? Starting with engineering knowledge. So whatever the basic part you have done so far, maybe basic mechanical or maybe basic electrical, maybe basic civil or professional education, whatever the things you have studied so far will be considered as an engineering knowledge. Second, we need to focus on the problem analysis. Now, see, you are going to develop the software. So we are calling as a software developer. But to develop the software, is it the thing that you directly start the development? No. You understand it. After understanding, you try to focus on the solution. So these are nothing but different steps in definitely in software engineering we are going to study this. So this model we are calling to as a waterfall model. Again, different models are there. So I can say who is doing that? I'm teaching so much boring. You have started writing on screen. I'll just check who has done. So stop from such things. So I'm just focusing on the different ways or the different approach that you can apply to perform a software development parts. We call this as a simple modeling analysis. Now, with respect to this, when I'm talking about the program outcomes, so we need to focus on different skill sets. So I can simply say that around 15, 16 skill sets we can able to develop. So let's focus on one by one. The first is I'm saying as an engineering knowledge. Second is problem analysis. Third is design or development of solution. Fourth is conduct investigation of complex problems. Fifth one is modern tool usage. Sixth, engineering and society. Seventh one, environment and sustainability. Eighth one is ethics. Ninth one, individual and teamwork. 10th one is communication. 11th, project management and finance. 12th one is lifelong learning. So these are the different things which we can focus being as a part of a program outcomes. So engineering knowledge, basic, whatever the parts or the syllabus you are going to look into the scenarios. Pradnya, any issue there? Okay. Second is problem analysis, means whatever you want to do, where you want to go, understand the situation. And to understand the situation, you need to think it in different perspective and understand what was happened over there. That is what we are calling as what? Problem analysis. So let's take one more simple example. So when we visit to one doctors or any scenario you can take into the consideration, patient trying to interact with the doctor. So is it the case that doctor is saying that I have did MBBS, I have did MD, and I have 35 years of experience. So looking towards patients only tries to give injection. Is it the case? No, no. Doctor asks, doctor tries to interact with the patient, tries to understand what problem that patient is facing. And after understanding the patient and the problem, doctor suggests medicines. So we need to, being as a doctor, being as an expert, we need to understand what the problem is there. And once we could able to understand, then and then only we can able to give the solution. Sometimes we says that the doctor has given the medicine, but that doesn't suit me or doesn't give good results. There is no improvement in the patient's performance. Means the doctor has failed to understand what the problem is with patient. So second important part is what we can understanding the problem, and understanding problem means analysis. So always remember, problem analysis nothing but investigation. So police department performs the investigation to understand the root cause, who was the victim or like that. So being as a doctor or being as an expert, it's our responsibility to understand the problem by its a root cause analysis. So going towards that, the lowest level, so that we can understand the entire gravity of the problem. And once we understood the proper problem, we can able to provide the solution. Now moving towards the next, design and development of the solution. After analysis, the next part is what? Design and development. Design and development means giving the solution. Simply remember, because you are going to draw any option in software engineering, we are going to call as a develop as a designing phase. Now in designing phase, or one simple part, I can say that you have studied the C programming. In C programming, problem statement was given to you. So for example, I can say write a program in C to add two numbers and display the result. That was a problem statement given to you. So you understand engineering knowledge. That is, it is a calculator which will take two numbers and perform addition of that two numbers to achieve the third result as a third variance as a result. That is what engineering knowledge and problem analysis I done. Now to understand whatever I understood, I want to demonstrate it or I want to give a solution to it. So I have written the flow chart, whatever I have discussed. That flow chart is nothing but as a part of your design and development. So in flow chart, you might have studied the flow chart. You have studied or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You studied the flowchart where you have represented different parts of the diagram, like start of the program, then input. Input, we have a separate what we can say representation, then processor different. So that flowchart is nothing but your important part called as what? Design and development of a solution. Whatever solutions you are going to give them in terms of a diagrams, because diagrams are more understandable than writing the scenarios. So sometimes doctor doesn't able to understand what the problem is with the patient. Then what doctor does? Doctor asks us to go for some kind of checking, maybe sonography or maybe for X-ray. And looking towards the X-ray or a sonography, doctor understand what actual the scenario is. So that diagram or that design gives a complete idea about the visualize. That visualization makes us more understandable of the problems. And once we understood the problems, we can able to give the solution. Because while we are going to draw the diagram, we again revise the problem statement. We go more and more depth of that problem to provide the solution. So design phase is called as what? Solution. And I'm going to surprise you at the end of this when we could able to complete our syllabus. I will show you that once you write a complete diagram part, there is one concept in UML called as what a class diagram. And once you complete the class diagram in UML, automatically code will be get generated. That is what the what we can say importance of diagram parts or importance of a designing phase. Now earlier we have an habit, problem statement we got, we directly start to writing the code, but that is not a good practice. Good practice is what? You got the problem statement, understand the problem statement, write down the algorithm for the problem statement. After algorithm, write down the flow chart for the problem statement. And once you write down the flow chart, you can able to clear whatever expected over there. And then next part is whatever diagram programming language you want to use, maybe C, maybe Java, maybe Python, any, that writing a code will be just writing a syntax. Once you are clear with a flowchart, once you are clear with algorithm, it takes hardly a very few times to writing it in a particular language, but the entire part remains same. Logic always remains same, but only the part is the programming context what you are going to write. So in case of C, you can write a different part. In C++, you may say C in, C out, or in maybe in while you are running with the Java, maybe system.out.println. Anyone in Python, basic line? Okay. Next, conduct investigation of complex problems. Suppose while you are writing on a designing part, you came to know that I'm not able to understand what is expected over there. So next part, that is what the part of your OOPS programming is, divide the problem into small pieces. That is, divide a problem into a small pieces. So complex problem, we can divide it into smaller parts, and we will focus on the smaller parts. Once we achieve it, we'll apply the same process for remaining all parts, so that when we get the solution for all the parts, we will combine the solution, that is conduct investigation of complex problems. And always remember, earlier there was, for example, you studied C, now C++, then Java, and now whatever there is in the latest scenario in the market, for example, I'm saying not limit to this, but whatever available, I am saying that suppose now I'm available with Python. So I can start immediately learning Python. So use whatever latest scenarios are there in the market. So we are calling as a modern tool usage, and will achieve to have this kind of a solutions. We can able to perform the best not only for ourselves but for society also. So I'm calling this as an engineer and society. Coming to the next, whatever solutions we will try to give, that solution will be sustainable. Sustainable means whatever may be the situation, irrespective of the situation, irrespective of the location, irrespective of a number of a user, my solution should work. So that is what sustainability. And I should, being as a human being, I belongs to a nature, so I need to take utmost care of the nature. So I want that whatever the solutions I will give, that solutions will be as an environment friendly. So environment eco-friendly, or rather I can say eco-environment. So environment and sustainability points we need to take into the consideration. Then ethics. So being as a professional, being as a student, student ethics are different. Being as a professional, professional ethics are different. So means this ethics means what we can say simply our understanding and commitments or some rules regulations. So you might have studied in networking called as the protocols. So rules and regulations. So following the rules and regulations is what ethics. So being as a driver, we drive a car. If there is no policeman who is going to observe, we never follow the rules and regulation. This is in not in the ethical parts. Ethics is what, irrespective whether the policeman is there or not, I need to follow the rules and regulation. That is what ethics. So being as a human, always supposed to follow the ethics. Then individual and teamwork. Some situation comes where we need to perform our individual as well as a part of a team. So we must be a best individual player, and more than individual, we have to be a part of a best teammates that we need to perform. Next is communication. So whatever you have a good knowledge, but you cannot able to express, no use of that knowledge. So you have to express your knowledge, and to express means you have to put your scenarios in front of all. So that process I'm calling simply as a communication. So many times I'm getting the messages from the students, or maybe from my colleagues or all. So how you are communicating your scenario with your colleague or to your authority is plays a vital role. This plays vital role. Few days before I got one call from the student and saying that, sir, I cannot able to pay the fee within stipulated time. So I said simply, no issue for me at this moment. Whatever your problems, you write an application. He sent me an application in Marathi with so many mistakes, even in Marathi. I asked him, insisted him to write in English. He said, sir, sorry, I cannot write at this moment. So see the scenario. I cannot, he's might be having good marks, but not able to express what is the, so that fails in the communication. Communication is not only speaking, not only verbal, it has again different parts. So being as an outcome parts, or being as an good engineers or successful engineers, we are looking with some skills, and being as one of the important skill as a part of a communication. So that's why in Sweri campus, you might have observed our official language for the communication is only English. Maybe communication, whatever we are doing as verbal or maybe written, simply maybe an application through, or maybe by mail, or maybe an SMS you are getting on WhatsApp. This entire part we are calling as a part of a communication. So we need to be strict with an ethicals and the communicational perspective. And always we need to achieve the success. To achieve the success, we must be as a good project manager, and need to achieve a good success in terms of, again, being as a student, our success is measured in terms of a marks. So similarly, when I'll be in a professional life, my success will be measured with my salary, for example, not limit to this, but always we able to ask, what is your package, or how much you are earning per month. So I have to have a good finance knowledge with me. So project management and finance, and then lifelong learning. I should be always ready to keep myself updated and upgraded. So this will be as a considered as a lifelong learning process. So this is what the basic ideas what we have considered in terms of a program specific outcome. So PEO, program educational objectives, then program specific, as the name suggests, it's mapped to with my computer process one, or I can say that it absolutely mapping with my department vision mission again is what I'm saying as a understand design computer systems using knowledge of digital techniques. So now I am focusing on my academic parts, being as a computer engineer, so as a part of a program specific outcomes. So these are the again levels. So what you have did in the first year, then second year, and then third year. So that I just try to collect together as a part of a program specific outcomes. So engineering graduates will be able to perform this as 3 steps, I can say, not limit to this. Time अडीच ते किती लेक्चर झालं बरं. Okay. Yes, guys. Keep your numbers in the chat. I will take attendance from that. You have another lecture, so I will take a pause here. Actually, I allocated this being as a different teams committees were there. So actually, I adjusted the lecture to someone else, but unfortunately, there was some miscommunication. So there was a bit delay. But I kindly appeal you all, if my lecture is there and I am not available within the time, kindly put me a message on my WhatsApp so that I can able to immediately into the class. I regret the inconvenience for the 10-15 minutes, whatever the delay you have. So I don't want to waste much time now taking an attendance. I kindly request you all to put your numbers in the chat. I'll copy that from my chat. So any issue, any problems, whatever points I have covered, is it fine the way we are going? Your comments?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
Very good, very good. Keep active and keep interactive. We'll take a pause here. Thank you. Stay tuned.